Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, Seint Artist. We're gonna do our eyes and we're gonna use blue because you didn't think you'd ever want blue until you see all these together. It's such a pretty sweet eye look. This is something that's great for a bridal shower, baby showers, brunch, Sunday. It's for whatever you want it to be. So that's what we're gonna do. So the first thing I wanna do is I wanna prep my lids. And I am going to go in, this is the Shape brush, it's a demi brush, and I'm going to use this smaller end here, and I'm going to go in to my brightening color, Versailles, and I'm just going to go and put a really light layer from lash to brow. Let's see, am I able to zoom? No, not able to zoom in. All right, I just got a new phone, and I'm kind of excited about it. It's definitely crisp and better than my old phone. I've been using the same phone for over 5 years, and it was starting to show. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Cupcake. It's this nice neutral color right here, and I'm going to set that cream. So I've put the cream on, but I don't want it to crease, so I'm gonna set it with a powder, and it's also gonna give it a good powdery finish, a nice matte finish, which will make all these colors blend together. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna be using the eyeshadow brush. I've got my handy cleaning tile here that I'm gonna clean with. We're gonna get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Drift, this nice champagne color, tap some onto the big end here, tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna go right here under my brow, just like that. And this is just gonna give me a little bit of highlight, and it's gonna give my eyebrows the look of them being just raised a little better. If you add a touch of shimmer under your brows, it just gives them a little something extra. And so that's what I'm doing. All right, done. I want to add a little into my inner corner right here. So that's what we're going to do. Just into the inner corner. I tend to keep all my eyeshadows in the same position. So I have my transition color, my deeper color, and then I have my pop of shimmer. I put everything in the same place. I just change out the colors. That's all I'm going to be doing here today. All right, we're going to go into this color. This is Bubba and then Trust. So first is Bubba. This is that transition color I was talking about. And I'm gonna pop that way up here. And this is just gonna give a little bit of warmth, and I'm gonna pop it way up here on my brow bone, above my crease, up here. And this will just give it that warm dimension that's gonna make this look, it goes really well with Duke. So easy. And so I always start way above where my crease is because I have hooded eyes. So once I'm resting and my eyes are open, everything up here comes touching down here. And so I like to bring everything up way above my crease so you can see all the colors. Next, I'm going to add more Bubba, and I need a mirror up in my grill. All right, I'm going to grab a little guy here. I'm going to take that Bubba color and I'm going to bring it down onto the lid on inside and outside. So just right here on the inner, I'm going to use a small end. Going into Bubba, and I'm going to put this on the inner part of my lid. Just a little bit, not inner corner, inner lid. We're going to leave this whole middle space open. Same thing over here, outer lid, just bringing it up, just like that, adding a little more, and then on the inner lid. And I do connect it up into that crease, up onto that brow bone, but I'm leaving the middle empty. Just like that. And I have that shimmer from Drift from earlier that's still showing. I'm keeping this all below the crease. Below the crease. All right, next I'm going to use the nice fluffy end here. I'm going to go into Trust, putting it on the end. I use Trust on my eyebrows. It's a favorite color of mine. I keep one separate for my brows, and then I use it here. I use it a lot. And I'm going to pop this on the outer corner. And I always start on the outside of my corner. And I swirl, swirl, swirl this up and over, just like that. And it's so yummy. I feel like when you use a warm shadow, it can warm up your face, and I like to counter it with a cool tone like Trust. So I'm just gonna add, and I'm just building this outer corner, just like that. And then I'm gonna take what's left on my brush, and I'm gonna bring it down, 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 down. I'm gonna go to that small end, clean it off, put a little more Bubba on, and I'm going to finish under the eye right here. Grabbing that Trust, but also just closing it up and just bringing it around. I like it. Adding some Trust, And again, outside corner, and then just circling this and blending this. We're just gonna build this out, 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 and we just keep adding until it's exactly where we want it to be. I'm just gonna keep on building. We're gonna clean this up in a little bit. What's left on the brush, bringing that down. We'll be able to clean all this up in just a minute. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that Bubba and finish off that lower lash line. I'm gonna take the little end of that shape brush and I am just gonna clean her up. Just like that, okay? Cleaning it up. By just not adding makeup to it, just, again, cleaning it up. I'm gonna take my Fluffian, I'm gonna empty it off, and I am going to blend this down because it's a little out of sorts over here. My gosh. Just gonna blend it down and away. Okay. There we go. Okay, this will all come out in the end. I'm gonna go in with Duke. I'm gonna use my finger, I'm gonna grab Duke, and I'm gonna pop that right in the middle. Do you see how that's so pretty? And adding that brightness in the middle, makes your eyes look a bit more open. Same thing over here, just adding it right to the middle, cleaning off that brush, and we're just going to windshield wiper this and blend it out. Just like that, take off the excess. And we're blending that out. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, so let's tidy things up with some eyeliner. I use Maybelline Tattoo Studio. This does transfer. I know that's a big deal for people, so I like to let people know. And I'm gonna get a mirror so I don't stab myself. And I'm going to start on this outer corner and I'm gonna work my way up and over. Up and over to the end of the lash line. And then get that waterline down here. And I come off onto my lash just a bit. I'm gonna take that small end of the eyeshadow brush and I'm just gonna give it a good smoking. Just like that. Just like that. Same thing over here. We're gonna get that waterline over, and I just go to where my lashes stop, and my lashes always stop short. Do I like it? No. Can I do anything about it? Lord, I'm trying. So I'm gonna pop some off here, take that eyeshadow brush on the small end, and I'm just, again, smoking this out with whatever color I used on there last, which I don't know. Blending out that Duke. I feel like it needs a little bit of smoothing. Okay. I have Stila, whatever you want to call it. This is the Stay All Day dual-ended waterproof. I'm gonna go on the small end, the decorative pretty one, the small end here, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of a wing. So I'm gonna start about halfway over, and I am going to brace my hand because I shake. I think it's just an eyeliner thing. Once you know you've got to be precise, your hand turns into an over-caffeinated hand. Too much coffee, it goes straight to my hands. There we go. And I'm just drawing the line and then I'm filling it in to the lash line. I'm gonna pull this up just a bit to make it a little extra because I want to. It's makeup. You can do whatever you want with it. Look at how pretty that is. Let's try to do it again. Good gosh, this could be bad. Each eye I do a little different. Halfway over, I'm gonna pull this out. I was wearing faux lashes for the last week, and so my lashes are a little gooped up, so we'll see what mascara does. I love me some fake lashes, but I was partying. Look at me, I've got metallic tattoos that won't come off, but I do have some glue, it looks like, on these lashes here, so we're gonna see what happens. Never try to just pull off lash glue like I'm doing. It's a bad idea, but I have my mascara. I use Bare Minerals Lashtopia, and I'm just going to get some on my lashes just to give this a good polishing. Everything looks better with mascara. Everything. Everything. Even if you walked out of your house with the no makeup or you just cancel out any discoloration, put some mascara with it. It just is better. Take my word for it. So just adding a little bit. It's so hard to look at your face after having glue on lashes, lash extensions, whatever, looking at yourself without mascara, you start thinking that you look like a naked mole rat. And I'm right there with you. I am. All right, so just adding that mascara on. I'm a little gunky from that glue. I just didn't get it all off. I was in a hurry this morning getting the kids to school. It is what it is. We'll accept it. I did blow dry my hair today though. So I've got that going for me. Okay, my mascara is on. I just thought that this is such a pretty color and you can pair it with a pretty precious pink. So that's what I'm gonna add next is I'm gonna add my cheeks. So I haven't added my cheeks or any of that stuff. My skin's already starting to adjust the makeup and I have really oily skin is basically what I'm telling you. All right, so I'm gonna take that shape brush and I'm gonna go into my Indigo Contour and I'm gonna press it out like this. I'm gonna tap this into Indigo. I'm not gonna add too much. You can just see it's a little dark and I'm gonna put it right down here under my lip just to look like I've got a shadow. Look at that shadow. It all of a sudden looks like my lips just hanging a little loosey-goosey. So I'm gonna take a little more and I'm gonna go right over my Cupid's bow. And I'm pushing this on my lip too because I don't want it to be, I need my finger for this. That brush is a little fluffier than what I like. But I just kiss my Cupid's bow with it. And do you see it just adds, this is probably the wrong way to say it, but it's like a dirty mark. And it gives that illusion of a curl. We just wanted to have an enhanced shadow because I'm not going to inject my lips. I don't inject my face. I'm not against it. My gosh, I am not against it. If I could, I would, but I can't. For fear, I'm scared. That's the only thing holding me back. But you don't need to have that plumped look. You can easily do that with shadowing. And so that's all that I've done. So I'm going to go in now with my multitasker brush, this one right here, and I'm going to go into Plum, this color right here. It's so pretty. And I'm going to line my lips, not outer line, line. I'm going to outer line, or not, I'm going to hug the edge. And I'm going to give a good fat lining. It's not a crazy dark color. It goes on really, really nice. It's just a deep mauve. I like it. And I think that using colors like this can make you look tan. I live in Oregon and we don't do tan unless it's from light bulbs or a spray. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm gonna go into this really pretty pink and I just think it's a good contrast with the blue so that you're not, I don't know. So I'm gonna go into Pinky Promise here. I'm gonna pick some up with my brush, bright pink, and I'm gonna go right here. So Plum is a satin finish, and any of our satin finishes can give a drying look to your lips. And so I always like to add a lip conditioner or a gloss with it. Look at how pretty that is. This looks like a bright pink, and it's just precious. That's what it is. And so I'm just gonna add that to it, and I'm gonna make this on my lips too. But look at how pretty that is. Look at it. Look at me. Okay, I'm going back to that shape brush. I'm going to use the big end and I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to go into that plum color and I'm going to pop this right up here. Look at how pretty that color is. It's just pretty. I like adding pink to probably any color that I put on my face. Boy, that was a face. But I always add pink. So I love plum, but I want it to be plumping up the plum. So we're going to add that Pinky Promise. And I'm going to put that down here. You can see it just a bit, but I'm really putting it on because our glosses tend to be sheer, more sheer. Okay, we're going to take that big end of the shape brush, and I'm going to start up here on the plum because it's more satiny, blends a little differently. Then I'm going to go in to Pinky Promise, and I'm going to blend this down to this beautiful poppy, not poppy, but pop of pink. Just nicknaming the word pop by calling it poppy. Okay, so starting on plum, focusing it up here, and then bringing it down to that pretty Pinky Promise color, just like that. And that's it. Oh, that's really pretty. Look at that. It can go on both. I'm gonna take, not this brush because I put contour on it. I'm gonna go to the blend brush. I'm gonna go into my brightening, and I am going to just clean up right here because I had gotten a little crazy with the truss on this eye. And so I'm just gonna tidy this up because I also got a little out of hand with my blush, bringing it too high. And then I'm just gonna take this fluffy in and I'm gonna blend this down. Look at that, already better. Look at that. We should just take a shot every time I say, look at that. Every time I do this makeup, I'm like, look at that. That's it. That's all I need to do. I need some setting powder. I need some new setting powder, but I'm gonna take this big end of the shape brush. I'm gonna put some powder on it, and I am going to start up here and I'm gonna bring it down because I get really, really oily. And so you can see there, and then here, it's just a little more matte, still has that nice skin look because it's a nice translucent light color, like that. And I always focus up here because I don't have large pores up here. It's a little more taut. And so if I add the powder here and I bring it down, it still gives me my powder that I need, but it doesn't accentuate my pores, which I have in that area. And then I'm gonna go right here in the middle of the forehead and work it out because I'm very oily on my forehead. There's a fine line between dewy and greasy. And that's why I like Vanilla Dust, because it bridges the gap between the two. I keep one in my purse also, just because throughout the day I'll get a little out of hand with my oiliness. That's it. All right. That's really pretty. It's not super crazy. It's really, really pretty. I like pairing these bright, bright pink colors with Plum. It's really good. Okay, that's it. Have a good day. This is a really pretty eye look. I'm telling you, everybody's really scared of blue, but this is really something you could do for an everyday go to work look. You can. It's not super crazy. You could easily take a brush, and if you feel that your blue is out of hand, you can just go over it and tone it down. You see that? You can tone it down if you want to. So that's it. Have a good day.